Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Deck Pilot, and we are going to be taking the green-yellow sack list for a run on the ladder, just to show you guys how to play it. This deck isn't a top-tier deck, it's probably a mid-tier deck I would say, but it's very rewarding to play because it's very intricate. You know, you need to make very good decisions because you can fall behind if your smaller creatures aren't enough to defend yourself. And it is a tough deck to play, and it will take some time to get used to. So don't give up on it too soon. You know, be sure to get some practice with it first before you make your decision on whether you like it or not. So yeah, let's get into these matches and see how they go. Alright guys, let's get into the first match. One thing I've learned about this deck is it's pretty difficult to pilot. There is no real room for error. As you're going to have to play really well and just kind of try and fend off any kind of aggressive decks as well with what resources you have. You have a lot of these like one attacks, a lot of your creatures are vulnerable to removal, but if you can persevere, get those Soul Eaters down, you should be able to find a win. As you can see, if you haven't noticed this from the new update, we have our own customized little wells that you can now purchase in the store. And we got these new orbs and new avatars, which is pretty cool. And Sonelian was rank 1 last time we played, and that was earlier today on my stream. And now he has gone up to God rank, so he's been working hard. We'll see how things go. So, don't really like the sack there. We'll do it on the other side, because this can collect, we can desert here, and then we can sack. So this is kind of the standard build I find for this list. You build like a control deck on the sides, just start gathering, sit back, let your opponent come to you, start reacting to their plays, you know, removing their threats when you can, and then eventually you'll be able to drop just these big Soul Eaters that they can't deal with. Kaleem is a nice pickup though. Let's save it for next turn. We can Earthcraft onto here next turn, and then get Kaleem set up to double collect. So let's see what Bloom Sprite's going to bring us. A Fairy. It's not too bad actually, just set up the Fairy for free. Could go for the Earthcraft now actually. See if we can get the buff preemptively. Dodge Falcon Dives. And didn't get it. But that was just a dodge Falcon Dive. I feel Falcon Dive will become quite a strong tool for any color that doesn't have access to damage-based removal, and that's going to be because of the nerf to Bomb Slinger. There we go, nice little buff there. Kaleem can be set up. So we have everything we need now as far as land goes to get Soul Eater rolling. Now what we're lacking is stuff to die, as morbid as it sounds. So we need to start getting stuff killed. I could have Wind Soldiered this actually, but I'm going to hold on to Wind Soldier. I'm going to set up Kaleem. Let's go for a draw. Wrangler, okay. And then we'll set up Kaleem on this side. So yeah, we're just trying to draw now. I find once you've got enough lands to almost set up the Soul Eater, maybe 5, you can then start going for drawing. So you can just get more creatures to send to the slaughter to buff this guy up. So far we've only had one guy die, and that was the Bloom Sprite from the Wrangler, so I need more Wrangler targets. I can Wrangler the Wrangler, as funny as that sounds, and that will give him +1, but it's not quite enough. We need some creature combat to go on, and hopefully we're able to win a lot of these little skirmishes, even if we have our creatures removed, and then we can drop the big daddy Soul Eaters. Against blue it's a little difficult because they have transformation effects. You know, once Soul Eaters come down, they can just Phantasm, or they can Unbound. One thing I've always found when fighting against green or yellow sack as a blue player sometimes is that they'll just concede because you have too much board. Well, what I was gonna say is what I find is that you need to develop multiple Soul Eaters so they can't just like Phantasm one, wait a bit, draw some more cards, and unbound the other. I always found that being overwhelmed by Soul Eaters was the bigger problem. But okay, so I guess we'll just write that one off as just a quick introduction, and we'll get into the next game. All right then, so match number 2, it is going to be a run back. So let's see if Senelian feels more confident going into this next match. We're double Earthcraft, so we have a lot of land acceleration. Unless Senelian's changed his deck to something a bit more aggressive, this could work out quite nicely. The problem is we don't have anything to go with Hermit, but if we got double Earthcraft, we could get Demon Wrangler. And that's a great combo because Demon Wrangler transforms into a 4/5. It's pretty nice. So let's see where he's going to go with land this time. Still lakes. Alright, so let's get this Earthcraft down. We'll get another forest. No Demon Wrangler. We don't want to play this card on its own. Falcon Dive. I'm not too afraid of Falcon Dive though, because we haven't seen it from him. Maybe just explore desert, and then we'll see if we pick up a Wrangler. All Earthcrafts in the opening hand is pretty nuts. If we were playing Free Wishes, we'd be laughing right now. But that isn't the case. So we have Battletoads. Start things off. Falcon Dive is not uncommon in blue. And there's the Demon Wrangler. That's what we wanted. So I'm going to sack this. I'm going to have a 4/5 to contest this side. That's pretty good. Alright, so going to need one more Faeria though. That's what we're missing. So let's go. We've accelerated our land pretty quickly, all things considered. So I think it's fine to just go for Faeria just so we can get this combo off. And this is really strong, like I said. You turn your Demon Wrangler into a 4/5, you get a 5/2 out of it. So this guy can go flittering away around these wells to double collect. And this guy gets to challenge these two. I guess our big fear now is Phantasm. Phantasm would be a nightmare. And Phantasm is very possible for our opponent here to just jump, Phantasm, smack him. So we have to decide, do we pre-buff maybe to make it harder to kill? Although Phantasm Banquet is not something to worry about, at least. Let's Earthcraft first, and then we can decide if we're going to draw or not. So we got a desert there. Let's go for another forest. An Elderwood. Okay. We'll go for the Elderwood. And then we're not going to develop any land. We're going to go for a draw. Getting only one dead. It's a nice 6/9 2-cost creature just chilling by the wells. Windfall. Interesting. That's been changed, as you can see. It's now 10 Faeria and Stormspawn. I saw King Dan's using Stormspawn in blue earlier, so it's interesting to see that again. So maybe he doesn't have the Phantasm right now. Down a few deserts, so we can desert first. Move this guy up. I want to Elder with this. Just to give it some power to keep so it survives a toad. And clear this guy. Still have 5 health. Not bad. Could go for the Bone Collector behind. It's a bit vulnerable to the toad, sorry, or frog. With the Banquet, so maybe not. Maybe just wait. Yeah, let's just hold it. And look at these Demon Wrangler. This Demon Wrangler with its Demon Wing. It's done a lot of work so far, just keeping the wells. Just Elderwood. That's why I put Elderwood in the deck. I just felt like you need these small creatures to be able to fight on board. Okay, we are going to see a hop. So is it a transform into... No, it's not. No transformation. That's what I was expecting. So just trying to flood the board a bit. He's pushing land out. That's so many bloom sprites. So little time. Alright, let's kill this. Buffs. So now this guy is getting pretty good. As I'd like to push some bloom sprites somewhere, but we don't have that option. I guess I could forest and then just get double bloom sprite. If it kills a bloom sprite, this bloom sprite protects it. We don't need. I guess we could go for sack as well. That's another. There are demon wranglers and deathwalkers to think about. All right, let's go for the draw. Wind soldier. Ooh, that's not bad. I do get the buff. I think wind soldier's fine. Can I collect? Don't get the buff from this, but this just makes him a lot more bulkier, and then we can get this guy down. So now the Soul Eater's a free. We need a couple more things to die, and developing the Soul Eater as a 5/5 is not too bad. It's not quite the oppressive stat line of, like, say, a 14/14 for example, but you're waiting quite a lot for that. With a 5/5 Soul Eater for 5 with charge free flying. Not bad at all. Yeah, we're gonna see the buff go on for the Bone Collector. And this is why Bone Collector is so good in this deck, because not only are you fighting on board, but you're also you're also getting buffed from your sacrificing and stuff like that. This guy's a nuisance, to say the least. Right, we can collect. Could make it awkward. Oh, we can't really though, because we can't even retreat. We're gonna lose this desert. I really need these bloom sprites to die. Oh man. Alright, gonna go for a draw. If I go for a draw, I don't develop 2 bloom sprites this turn. But I feel you might just need. Although Deathwalker's a great draw. Alright, let's go for the draw. Try and get a Deathwalker. Tephra. Ah, oh, one more Faeria. And Tephra would have been fantastic. So he's going to have 6 health left. Tephra's on this Bloom Sprite's going to be enough. So we do have an answer next to. We're going to gain 3 Faeria just from production. And then we can take out Beirut. Wow, this land's so aggressive. Yak Attack! Right, I was not expecting Yak Attack. That's just ruined our plans. Although we do get a lot of stuff to play with. Oh no. Now we're going to lose a lot more, so I need to start developing additional lands to fight here. Desert's going to be pretty important. Can drop Eridan here. It's going to take more than Eridan and Bloom Sprite to get this back. Well, Bloom Sprite can chill here. Could get the Eridan down and then just like Desert Kaleem. I lose so much Faeria. But we need to kill these Yaks. And we are buffing up the Soul Eater as well. This guy needs to die too. So we're really far away from the Soul Eater because of this Beirut. And that Yak Attack messed up this plan. I did not expect Yak Attack at all. Falcon Dive at worst. Yak Attack. Very unfortunate. He might go for double collection. I do have the wells at the side. On the left hand side. So I can start rebuilding my land this way. But I went through 3 Earthcrafts to get that start. Seed Sower? It's not bad. Phantasm. Wind Soldier. 4 attack Wind Soldier. This guy keeps on producing lakes. This is really annoying. We get an additional forest from this guy, but it's not great. Wind Soldier. Oh, if only had one more attack, he'd be great. Because I could just one-shot this. I guess I could kill this guy. And then I can kill him, and I can develop the Seed Sower and just use the Seed Sower and Kaleem to finish off Beirut. Really afraid of Banquet. Banquet will ruin my day, as it ruins many people's lives. So yeah, I want to collect. Seed, so I could play the... Yeah, I could play this as well, because it gets buffed. Ah, no it doesn't. Adjacent, I did it the wrong way around. So now these are 11/11s. I'm happy for Everbloom to kill this instead. Oh, excuse me, guys. Ninja Toad. Okay. Archons. So yeah, we need to kill Beirut. That has to happen. I've double collected this turn already, so I think it's time to just push out land and go for the race. I get a Soul Eater next turn. He might even like Panic Phantasm. So that's 6. 16 Faeria, 3 cards can draw. Chances are he's going to develop something else here. It's very, very high. No, Wind Soldier. Wind Soldier Yak Attack. Kill this, and we can do this because this one will stay collecting then, and this one will stay collecting. And I can move him here now because he's so vulnerable to a Banquet. This should survive. In case he has another Yak Attack, I am going to Faeria, because then I can move, place a land, and then play Soul Eater. That's why I want to get with Demon Wing this turn. 24 Dream. Oh my! What is this deck? This deck's nuts. Well, another Yak Attack. The Yak Dream. There goes my Soul Eater. Another Yak Attack. So I just got yacked, guys. 1919 feels bad. Magnus. Phantasm. Loses the haste. So he should have attacked first. That was a misplay. But it's not like it matters. So this is some form of token deck. Probably an Aurora in there too. Unfortunately, the Soul Eaters aren't gonna matter. I mean, I could block, but he can just shimmy everything across. So yep, let's go into the second game. Very interesting how that turned out. It turned out very differently to the previous match, which was a very early concede coming from my opponent there. Alright, so this will be the final match of Deck Pilot. Double Earthcraft again. Everything went so wrong when that Beirut came down. Just didn't have the nightmares available to deal with it. I'm going to keep one Earthcraft. Oh, this is good. Makes a big Death Walker. We have a full Aurora set. Oh, and if you guys haven't seen yet, you can say hello to your opponent now. Would you like some tea? So let's go with the solo forest. 2 deserts, archers, Kaleem. Uh-oh. Ah, so now we have Bloom Sprite. And I prefer sacking a Bloom Sprite to a Hermit, going up against Kaleem at least. So we can see where this Kaleem's going to go, and then we can make the Death Walker on that side. Soul Drain? That's mean. I still have Explore. I can still sack for Death Walker, that's not a problem. Oh, just face Kaleem. Okay. Ah, Fanatic. Oh, that's rough. And a following. Collect a follower. Could do with that, but it's not an option at the moment. I need to make sure Kaleem can't get away. I mean, Kaleem can go this way. It's hard to stop Kaleem at this point. If he has a nightmare, it's probably GG's. Well, I have no. Actually, I have a nightmare, so maybe not. And explore here. We'll sack the bloom. Could pick up a taunt. It's not going to help right now. All right, we get to nightmare next turn, regardless of what happens here. It's not looking good though. Blue, yellow. Shift in. Oh, he has the Soul Drain, doesn't he? Yep. Remember, we were looking at. He was hovering over this target for the Soul Drain. He's got a Desert Center. Spell Whirl. We've seen some really interesting decks coming out of since the new patch. That's not the gem. That's not the Spell Whirl. Right. So yeah, half the nightmare. Don't really have a choice now. If this doesn't get buffed, Bloom's gonna live and be able to collect next turn. Collecting, so not going to go for a draw, I don't think. Otherwise, let's go to 4 Faeria next turn. Can then forest and play Sagami. Oh, this is a follower. Don't say this deck has prayer. That'd be so weird. Another Soul Drain. Oh, that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. This is not a bad pickup off Bloom Sprite. It's very flexible. It can actually save you as well. Like, if you imagine buffing up a Soul Eater with Taunt, it can lock some opponent's creatures in place so they can't, you know, find lethal or do a trade they want. And this has really helped me because this Taunt is going to make this get buffed up. So this could be a Phantasm. Nope, just a spell will. So I'm forcing this to be killed to buff this. Because this then becomes +3/+5. So that becomes a 5/7. That's just really good stat line. Unbound, oh that's sad. Oh, into another taunt! Oh well. Oh, it's a twin soul deck. Not quite what I was expecting. I guess I shouldn't have any expectations with this patch at the moment. All sorts of stuff happening. Now you see that we have a spectator mode as well, which is a new feature. And I'm gonna play Hermit. So just to make things awkward. And this might allow me to get a decent sized Soul Eater out if he clears a lot of this. Shifting for draw. Shiny shifting. Okay, he's completely played around that. So 7/7s. 7/7's pretty good. Kind of in desperation mode already. That Kaleem just messed us up so badly. It was just a type of pressure we couldn't handle straight off the bat. And the Shifting Tide's Soul Drain, which is, I don't think I could have avoided unless I built Deathwalker on this side. This deck is hard. It's hard to pilot. I've come to learn that. Phantasm. Snowstorm. So dead. Dead. Draw our last prophetic card. So yeah, this deck is tough to pilot, guys. I've come to learn that. But it's very rewarding if you do spend the time learning this deck. I was talking to Modnik earlier, and he says his team feels this deck has become a lot stronger. Lou and Mod I was speaking, and they felt this deck has become stronger since the new patch. So don't be put off by these matches. The metagame's kind of in a weird place right now. But if you enjoy the concept of killing your own creatures and buffing and getting big Soul Eaters, this deck will be for you. So we're going to call this a surrender, and that's going to be it for Deck Pilot. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I know it didn't go too well, but the deck is very difficult and it does take some practice to get used to. Some of the team members from Equilibrium feel that it's a strong deck in this metagame, so maybe once the New Dawn patch is settled in, version 0.9, maybe Green Yellow Sack will become one of the better decks. We will have to see. Deck Doctor will return this week, so be sure to check that out when it comes out. And thank you very much for tuning in as usual. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you'd like to support me and play Faeria, be sure to like and follow our social medias on the side. And of course, just leave a comment if you have any questions. I answer all questions and I'll give you a thumbs up if you do appreciate this video. Thanks again, guys. Look forward to seeing you guys again. Take care. Have a great day.